I was like freaking out. I was like, I have to say something, but like I can't say anything because he has no idea who I am. The only interaction I have with him is watching these videos of him. So
in slow motion, I would assume.
Please tell me you did.
I have them both in slow motion and not.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is palpable.
Okay, yeah, we can start with the daddy's lab.
So Delaney, have you heard about this? I'm sorry.
I've heard a little bit about this, and my immediate reaction was horror.
It was terrifying.
It was horrendous. So basically,
Wait, I want to give some context.
Okay.
Again, if you watch the last episode, all 3 of these people were at Green Lake, and I was not.
Yeah, she was not.
Right.
So we're informing her. We are also in youth, and Max is not in youth, so he doesn't know about this.
Mhm.
He does a little bit.
Yeah.
So basically, it was the second day, and Levi and Trey like didn't come to the first youth group, so I had no explanation on what was going on. But there was this blanket laid out in the middle of the room, and it was like a circle of chairs, and they called it Daddy's lap. They called it
Daddy's
like
lap?
Daddy's lap.
But like that wasn't the first thing they called it. They said it like it was like the father's lap or something first.
But then they started calling it Daddy's lap. And so
Right.
after they were done talking, he goes, "Oh, and if anyone wants to sit on Daddy's lap."
Who says this?
Horrendous. The youth leader.
Yeah, the main guy. No, he was like
Because he was new this year, wasn't he?
yeah. All of them were new, and then he was like, if anyone feels like led or like calls, like you can sit on Daddy's lap in the middle, and
It had us. And they thought they were serious and it was talking about their lap, and it had
yeah, like
me.
a couple people thought they were talking about his lap, like not the blanket in the middle.
That is so bad.
It was so
horrible.
bad.
It was literally horrible.
Like, I get the sentiment of it,
Right.
No,
Right.
exactly.
but you can't use the word daddy anymore.
No,
You can't.
you can't.
Especially, they're literally referring to God.
yeah,
Yeah.
not you don't call him daddy.
And at the beginning,
I can't even say the word.
At the beginning,
without, like,
I thought it was
being
kind
like,
of a good
bruh.
idea. I was like, okay. And they were like, oh, you can go in the middle, like get prayed for, all this stuff. So I honestly thought it was a good idea at first. But when they brought Daddy's lap, I was just like, no.
And it would happen because all the kids would start crawling.
yes.
They wouldn't walk normal to sit down. They would crawl.
That's
Well, yeah, because it's kind of awkward because we were all in a circle. And so you just have to like get up and walk shamelessly to Daddy's lap.
shamelessly.
It was bad.
That
It was
is
bad.
so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Not
love that,
great.
and I hate
Yeah.
that so much. Did you sit on Daddy's lap?
I did not.
Did you?
No.
I don't think anyone like.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate on our part.
Should have taken the
So
opportunity to
awkward.
sit on Daddy's lap. That was my bad.
Yep.
Awkward.
Shucks.
And like, why in the middle of the circle?
Right, where everyone's
right.
gonna like watch you and just like
Like, if you want to take quiet time, personal time, why don't you go like off into a corner? Why would you sit in
Right.
the middle of the room? It's
Yeah.
like drawing attention to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then too, like they set out chairs and they were like, oh, like we set up 44 chairs because that's what God told us, like the chairs amount that we needed, right? Or 44. And basically, and then they're like, oh, and like we were 4 short, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, 4 people showed up, and that was like Isaac, Trey, and Levi, and all of them. And then right after they said that, 2 other new people walked in, and they just like were like, yikes.
2 people are sitting on the floor.
Exactly.
God didn't tell them that they were coming.
Yeah, no, nope.
that was not part of the plan.
So.
Hey yo, we poddin'.
What's up, gamers? Welcome to episode number 4 of the Have Fun podcast.
Something like that.
You're here with your hosts, Max and
Delaney.
Sierra. Anna. Oh, are we saying that?
and our guests. And our guests.
Whoopsie, can we start over again?
talking?
Can we start over? Yeah, because I got confused. Go again.
I was
Go
like,
again.
we're not a host.
Hit it again, Max.
What's up, gamers? Welcome to the very 4th episode of the Have Fun podcast with your hosts, Max, who is me,
And Delaney.
Delaney, who is she? And then our guests are here. If you noticed, we're not the only ones on the orange couch today. Who are our guests? State your name.
Sierra.
Anna.
We've never been the only ones on the orange couch.
Hi.
So you guys want to hear my story about Berlin?
I really do.
I really do.
I've
I'm really
been waiting
excited.
so long to hear this story.
for real.
Yeah, I teased it on the last episode, but you guys get to hear it.
Let's
go.
Okay, so you guys know that I was just in Germany.
Right.
Okay, I want to preface this by saying that the drinking age in Germany is 16.
Oh.
So young.
I am 19,
Right.
and I've never drank.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like, I've had, like, sips of other people's drinks, but, like, I've never, like, personally drank.
Right.
So I went there with some of my friends from Special Olympics, and their goal was to get me to drink. So we go out to dinner, you know, we have some shots, we have some apple spritzers. It was good. We had a good time.
Yeah.
My first experience drinking, and it was great. And then, well, a little bit more backstory. My best friend, Emma, flew in from Barcelona to come spend the weekend with me.
Dang.
So she was at dinner
That
with
Cheetah
us.
Girls movie.
Yeah, just like the Cheetah Girls movie. So Emma came from Barcelona, and so she was spending the weekend with me. And what she really wanted to do while she was here was check out a German club.
Oh.
And so she wanted me to go clubbing with her. And we had been up all day at this point. She made me get up at like 7 a.m. and
Dang.
spend all day like touring Berlin and doing all the things.
Right.
And then she's like, we're going to go to a club. So we have these drinks at dinner. And then we decide we're going to take a train to... Alexanderplatz. You guys don't know what that is, obviously, but
Not familiar with it, no.
you don't know the Berlin.
I
Map?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
Well,
I don't know the cityscape of Berlin.
if you've ever been to
Germany.
Berlin, Alexanderplatz, that's where we took our train. And at first she took me to a liquor store because she was like, we're not going to buy drinks at the club. We're going to buy drinks before we go to the club.
Right.
Right.
That's
That's
cost effective.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Falling on a budget.
we call our friend Cole, my friend Cole from Michigan. He was also in Germany with us, and he said he wanted to go clubbing with us. So we call him, we tell him where we're at, tell him to meet us. He's like, okay, I'll be there. We go to the liquor store and we get some drinks. I know absolutely nothing about alcohol. You know, I've never drank. So I'm like,
Right.
I'm going to leave this to Emma. I'm going to let you do your thing. You buy the drinks. So she goes in, she buys us these like lemon, I don't even know what it is. Some like, I don't think it was beer. I don't know. It was in a can. It was lemon flavored. It was gross.
Mike's hard.
Oh.
No, we're in Germany. I'm
Okay.
gonna keep that. Everything
don't
was in
speak
German. I
German.
couldn't read it to you
Oh.
because everything was in German.
Okay.
So she gets us these drinks, and she's like, "These are gonna be our chasers."
What does that even mean?
That's what you chase, like the harder stuff with.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, none of us drink, so we don't know.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
I know
understand.
that you take something that's gross and then you take something that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, normally the chaser isn't alcoholic, from what I've heard.
Isn't.
So that's
Yeah.
like juice or
Okay.
something? Like.
Yeah, but this was alcohol. So we're using that as a chaser. So she gets the other stuff, the gross stuff.
Yeah.
And she gets 2 bottles, and one of them is mint, and the other one isn't. And she got herself the mint one.
Jalopies? I don't know. I'm just saying things that I've heard from my past and history of movies and TV.
I'll show you
I
guys.
really don't know anything.
I'll show you guys the photos of what I drank
We're
because
good
again,
kids here.
Okay.
Jaloop?
it was in German. I have no idea what I was drinking.
Okay.
Oh.
So
That's unsafe.
we go. We're sitting outside and we're waiting for Cole to get there, and she's like making me drink this stuff. I found out later. We looked it up. It was brandy, but
Oh, fine.
that I was
girl.
drinking. She was drinking some like peppermint thing, and I tasted that, and it literally tasted like mouthwash.
Ugh. Like good mouthwash or like bad?
I mean, it was alcohol.
So bad.
Yeah. So we're drinking this, and I would drink a lot of it. It was a bottle about like this big, and I drank like this much of it. There's like,
All
there's,
right.
like
She
this much
got
left
her
in it.
done.
Yeah. Emma drank like half of her little mint thingy, and I kept telling her, I was like, I don't feel good. Like I don't feel drunk,
Yeah.
but like my stomach hurts, my head hurts. Like it's just like is not gonna be a fun night for me.
Yeah.
And she's like looking at it, and she was like gonna Google what I was drinking, and she looks down and notices our percentages were different. Do you guys know like
Yeah,
alcohol
percentage.
percentage?
Yeah.
So she was drinking an 18% alcohol.
Yeah.
Mine was 37%.
Oh.
Oh
no.
Yeah, like
Yikes.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
And I drank like all of it.
Yeah.
Light
With this
beer is
other-
9%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was still just your
crap.
chaser drink?
No, that's what I was chasing. Like, that was...
Oh, okay.
drink.
So that was the main
Chasing
thing.
something.
And then I was chasing it with more alcohol.
Chasing more.
Dang.
And so we're waiting for Cole, and he stops answering us. Like, Cole is not coming.
No.
And
Oh, no.
Emma's like, we cannot go to this club. Like, we are not going to make it into this club
Oh, you're not even there.
without him. No, we were just sitting outside waiting for Cole to get there.
Oh.
So,
So you're sitting on the street.
yeah.
Drunk.
Just on the streets of Berlin. I wasn't, like, drunk. I was just like, okay,
it just hasn't hit
I
yet.
haven't stood up yet.
Oh.
So I'm like, my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
And she's like, just don't do anything yet. And then she's like, okay, we're gonna get back on the train and we're gonna head home. I was like, okay. I stand up,
Oh, no.
instantly dizzy. I can barely walk.
Oh, no.
I'm like, this does not feel right. Then I'm just gonna give you guys even more of this story, just to really make this fun. I look down at my phone. My father had texted me.
Oh.
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 For a little context, I haven't talked to my dad in 5 years. I get a
Dang.
text.
Daddy senses are tingling.
I get a text from my dad that says, "Hey, sweetie, just thinking about you." And I'm like out of my mind on the streets of Berlin, Germany. Emma goes, I'm gonna take your phone away.
That was a good idea. I like your friend.
It was an idea for sure. So then she takes us back to the train station.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 a.m. We're sitting at the train station. Train is not coming. Train is not running anymore.
So you're stranded
no.
on the streets, drunk, and don't have a plane or a train.
You're just two little women.
And we're just two little women on the street.
Dang.
On a foreign country.
What
Is this like a populated
Situation.
area?
What?
Or were you the only two in sight?
There were 2 clubs around us, so there were a bunch of drunk people around us.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but in the train station, there were 2 other guys about our age who were also drunk, who like wanted to be our best friends, and then like 4 homeless people.
Okay.
Well.
All I know is I've seen Taken and 2 little girls traveling Europe by themselves never ever ends
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
that's
no.
Always ends up in prostitution. Mm-hmm. In every
That is
single
not how
Taken
this story
movie.
ends.
Every single Taken movie.
End of story. Delaney's friend died.
Whoa, Emma is very much alive and living.
End of story. Delaney's father is Liam Neeson.
No, okay, so the train doesn't come. So Emma navigates us to our hotel. She's like, maybe we can walk. She tells me, it's a 20-minute walk. We can make it. And in my head, I'm thinking, it was a 20-minute train ride here. How is it a 20-minute walk home?
Oh, heck no.
But again, I'm out of my mind. So I'm like,
Right.
okay, let's walk home. So we walk for 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I've got videos of the walk. We'll show you guys those too. They were really funny.
Please do.
But there's not much story there. We walked past the Berlin Wall. We were really confused because we didn't pass the
Wall.
Berlin Wall on the way there. But it was there. I crossed it. She got really mad at me for crossing. I'm not really sure why.
So this is a political thing to cross the wall?
It was.
Oh.
In the 90s? Is that when it came down?
It's a great question. I think it was the 80s, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They told me that on my walking tour. I wasn't really listening at that point.
Oh, you were plastered already.
At 8 in.
I don't know. It's
Like,
not.
how are you?
it's
How
5
are you?
o'clock
Were you
somewhere.
still dizzy at this point? Like,
Yeah,
how
I
are you
was-
walking?
Well, I was dizzy out of my mind, and I was screaming at her because I had to pee so badly.
No.
And I was yelling at her in the train station, and she wouldn't let me pee in the train station, which, like, valid.
in the bathroom?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, everybody else was just peeing out in the open, but I was like,
That's what I
Ew.
wondered. I mean, if everyone's doing it, it's
everyone was doing it. Girls, guys, everyone was just peeing out in the open everywhere.
a lawless county.
And I'm like, there's a bathroom upstairs. Like, can I just go pee? And she's like, you're not peeing in this train station. So
Yeah.
I don't pee. We're walking home. I have to pee so bad. And I tell her like every 5 seconds. And she's like screaming at me. She's like, if you tell me you have to pee one more time, like I'm just going to leave you here. But eventually, we make it to the hotel. I look at the hotel and I turn around and I say, Emma, I hate you more than I've ever hated anyone in my entire life.
Wow.
Dang.
It was our hotel. It was the right name. We were
Yeah.
nowhere near our hotel.
Oh my gosh.
It's a chain.
No.
It is a chain of hotels, and she did not navigate to the right
No.
one.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So I still walked in and I peed
Right.
Yeah.
because I
In the lobby or in the bathroom?
Fair point. The way she like
Fair
thought
question.
about that.
because
and
I
she
was gonna
just
say
like,
yeah in the lobby, but like
In the lobby
in
bathroom.
the lobby bathroom.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an important.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was clean. It was fine.
And you couldn't just like Uber somewhere?
Well, that's
Or, like-
eventually what happened. We came outside, and Emma's like navigating, and she's like, "It's gonna take us 2 hours to walk home."
Oh my
And I was
god.
like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." So then she called an Uber, and I don't know if it was the fact that I was drunk, or maybe I've just never called an Uber before, but I was amazed at how quickly this guy came.
Right.
Or maybe I didn't know when she called the Uber, but she said, "I called the Uber." 2 seconds later, he whips up. He's driving so fast. He's there. I open the door. I sit in the car. The second the car door closes, he whips out.
Dang.
But they got to make their money.
Yeah. It was such a fast exchange. He didn't say a word. Honestly, I probably could have just gotten kidnapped.
Yeah.
But
Right.
his car
Right.
said Uber on it. It was like fairly safe.
fairly safe.
But
I
then,
think Uber is. I think it's like 98% safe.
well, right. But like,
Yeah.
I'm saying hypothetically, I could have just gotten in this random guy's car.
Right.
Right.
Like, he didn't say a word to me. I just got in. But yeah, that was it. He took us back to the hotel.
You survived.
I survived my first time ever drinking in a foreign country.
Would you do it again?
Probably not. No.
No.
It wasn't a great experience. I didn't feel good. We also never made it to the club. So we never
Probably-
actually had the
probably
fun
That's very
experience of
better,
it.
unfortunate.
Probably better.
Yeah. Well, one lady came up to me while we were still drinking, and she was clearly going to the club, and she comes out, parks right in front of us, gets out of the car, and she looks at me and she goes, "Are you having fun?" And this is just some random strange woman in a really sparkly dress, and I said, "Yeah, I'm having fun." She goes, "Good. I'm so glad." And she was still staring at me, so I said, "I like your dress." And her friend goes, "Yeah, look at her butt." She didn't say butt, but you know.
And did you?
And she turned around and she started shaking
Oh.
her butt. I was like,
Oh.
"Solid, thanks."
Was she trying to make money or?
And then she walked away and she walked straight into the club.
Oh.
She was ready.
She just wanted me to see her sparkly dress.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
Maybe she was really
Just-
proud of it.
She was. And she was so excited that I was having fun.
Yeah.
So-
That's so cute.
I love that.
Strangers in Berlin are really nice.
She was what? She was a German, or she was?
No, I mean, she was speaking English to me.
Did you meet a lot of other German people and also people of other heritage descent?
Heritage descent.
What?
You could say like nationalities.
Okay, nationalities. Did you meet a ton of different nationalities? I find that when I go to the
I mean-
country, I meet a lot of other nationalities.
I was there for the Special Olympics World Games, which is the largest international sporting event or inclusive sporting event. So, yeah, I
Bigger than
met.
the actual Olympics?
No, it's the largest inclusive sporting event.
Okay.
Speaking of other nationalities, I met the love of my life while I was there.
Oh.
Yeah,
A boy?
a boy.
He was a teacher like you, or
Teacher?
an instructor? What would you call yourself? A coach?
Myself, I was
You're
a
a coach?
volunteer.
Oh, a volunteer.
He was a unified partner, which means that he is someone without an intellectual disability playing on a team of people with and without intellectual
So
disabilities.
he was physically at a disability?
He had no disability.
Well, how is this fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
That's what unified is.
Oh, it's like joint. It's like some
it's like-
people
yeah,
in
it's
the okay.
It's an equal amount of people with intellectual disabilities and without.
Oh, okay.
So like I played on
So
a
it's trying to,
unified
like,
soccer team.
include
Oh, I
everyone
didn't know
almost?
that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Okay,
That's what
so
makes it
So you were
inclusive.
volunteering for that team, or that's
I
just the
wasn't vol-
team he was on?
It's the team that this guy was on.
Okay.
I was volunteering in media, so my jobs were like telling the cameramen where to go or like sitting behind
That's fun.
footage and like watching footage, and
Oh,
I worked for ESPN one day. But
was he like? Can I assume what he was like?
sure, you tell me what you think he was like.
Okay, I'm thinking he's like 6'4", Greek, funny little accent that's kind of nondescript, but you know it's European. He's got little black hair with a little Jerry curl type.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Always kicking a soccer ball. Always.
I was
Are
thinking.
you describing someone specific?
I was thinking dark hair too. That's the
sorta.
first thing I thought of.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like Ethan from Survivor mixed with that guy from the Lizzie McGuire movie that both the Lizzie McGuires fall in love with.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They always wear like the button shirt. It's like definitely European. You don't know exactly where he's from.
Well, I know where this guy was from.
Oh, Barcelona?
No, that's just where Emma's living currently.
Okay.
No, he was from the Czech Republic.
Oh.
And and he was playing on
formerly Czechoslovakia.
What?
Yeah, I think.
What is
I also think.
Czechoslovakia?
I think so. I think you're right.
Well, now it's called the Czech Republic
or
because of a war.
or was it opposite?
Oh,
Maybe it's Czech.
I don't know.
We'll Google that. We'll get back to you on that. Can I name drop? His name was Jakob.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, but would we say Jacob here?
Yeah, that sounds like.
well,
that's
when
what
I
was
read
gonna
it, okay.
say.
Well, this is the thing. He was on a volleyball team. I didn't even watch this volleyball game. My friends watched this volleyball game while I was volunteering at gymnastics, and they sent me videos, and they were like, "You're gonna marry this guy." And I was like, "Solid, will do, no problem." And so I looked him up on the roster and got his name. So
She did some digging.
I did some digging. Apparently he's amazing at volleyball. Like, he did so good. He made it to the finals.
Dang.
Yeah.
And you're sure he's not just trying to get a green card?
Whoa.
That's
That just
not
got
how this
deep.
works.
Did you talk to him?
Well, if you
Well,
marry him.
Well, yeah, I didn't talk to him.
Oh.
They told me, like, I was gonna marry him just because, like, he was this really hot guy playing on a unified
I can
team.
imagine.
Yeah. Well, you were right about the dark hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was wrong about the sport.
You were wrong about sport. He is tall. You were right about that.
Okay.
So, at first, it was just he plays on this volleyball team, and so I'm like, I'm looking up the schedule. I'm gonna come watch a volleyball game.
Yeah.
But then I'm sitting at lunch, and we have two separate lunchrooms. We have an athlete lunchroom and a volunteer lunchroom. And you're not supposed to go into the volunteer one unless you're a volunteer, because we get different food. And the athlete one got too overcrowded, and there wasn't, like, the lines were taking up too much, so they sent him over to the volunteer one, and he was in line behind me.
Oh.
No way this is him.
This is like a Netflix drama.
Literally. Like,
Straight
what
on a
are the
movie.
chances?
And I was like freaking out. I was like, I have to say something, but like I can't say anything because he has no idea who I am. The only interaction I have with him is watching these videos of him. So
In slow motion, I would assume.
Please tell me you did.
I have them both in slow motion and not.
Wow. That is palpable.
And so we're sitting at a table like 2 tables down from his, and my friend is like, you should go ask him to trade pins, because that's like a Special Olympics thing. You trade pins with like people of different countries, and like you collect them all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like really fun.
That is cool.
But I was too nervous. I was like, he doesn't have any pins on him. He doesn't have anything that says Czech Republic. Like, I just know that because I stalked him. I can't walk over there and let him know that I know that because I stalked him. So I didn't go over there, and my friend did. And she spoke to him. She asked him to trade pins, and he said he didn't have any, and that he didn't know what she was talking about. And he also barely spoke English.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, do they even speak English?
Well, the official language of Special Olympics is English, so you are
Okay.
supposed to know at least basic English to do anything in World Games.
Right.
But
Okay.
so he knew like broken English, and he was able to talk to her, but it wasn't great. And then I didn't speak to him the rest of the time, but I followed him on Instagram, and he has not accepted my follow request yet. So
Dang.
That's tough.
I'm really.
That's so brutal.
We're still holding out. It is long game.
Yeah.
I'm hoping eventually.
What's your opening line?
lost the shot.
My opening line.
Yeah, he responds or he follows you. What's the first thing you tell him? What's the first thing you DM him?
Oh, that's a really good question. What should I DM him?
Well, obviously you don't want to come on too strong.
Right. But he obviously, like, he's going to have to know that I stalked him because all of my recent posts are about Special Olympics.
Right.
He knows I was there.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
want to say,
Be like, I watched your
do a
game.
little joke, like, hey, I saw you at your game, or like,
You did really good.
You're, like, really good at volleyball.
Yeah.
My friend told
Yeah.
me I was supposed to marry you, so here I am.
Yeah. So when are we getting married? Should I tell him that I broke my wrist playing volleyball?
yes, he'd be
Like, just
How did you
recently?
do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
How did you do?
How did you do?
How did you do this? Volleyball.
This is the second time I've met the love of my life at an international Special Olympics event.
Same guy.
No, the last one was from Paraguay.
Whoa.
You know who you are. I'm not going to say your name because
He knows
he
who
does.
he is.
He does follow me on social media. So
Holy crap. Things are really heating up on the interwebs. Guys, go follow Delaney on Instagram. Things are really heating up over there. Also, if you want to follow me, go ahead.
Army.
Things are not really going on over
we'll
there
put
for me.
all of our Instagrams in the bio.
Yeah.
Are you guys all private?
No.
No,
I am.
I'm not.
You're not.
So,
I'm not.
I'm very public.
I don't
And I put my
like
whole
people
life up.
stalking
Yeah.
my account, so I am.
You know-
fact private.
Yeah.
Delaney,
Mhm.
pretend that you go back to Germany.
I'm
in
back in
10
Germany.
years from now.
10 years from now, I'm in
Wow.
Germany.
And you're reminiscing. You're like, remember that time that I got blackout plastered drunk at the hotel in the subway?
Yeah.
Remember the time I went
I
to
was
the
not
bathroom in the
absolutely
hotel?
blackout drunk. I will say that. I remember every moment.
Okay. Okay, but you're reminiscing. So you're like,
Okay.
remember
How would you know if you didn't
When
remember
it was
if you
plastered?
remember everything? Because
I'm
we're
surprised that
both
you didn't
drunk.
throw up.
Yeah.
I
You
haven't
hold the
thrown up
liquor.
since I was 6, and I told them before I left that my biggest fear was that I was going to throw up
Oh.
Yeah.
because I haven't done it in so long.
I haven't
that I
thrown
don't
up in a
remember
while
how.
either.
That's a false statement.
What?
You threw up the other month.
What?
The other month.
The other, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I did do that. Not 2 weeks ago. It was like maybe like a month ago, but that was like the first time in like years.
I haven't thrown up in. I genuinely, like, I don't think I know how to throw up.
No,
So weird.
you want to
It's-
hear a story of
it's a
my
struggle.
horrible throwing up? Sorry, is anyone talking? Okay, sorry.
Okay, so I'm in Berlin. I'm reminiscing.
You're in
Yeah.
Berlin, you're reminiscing. You're like, oh, I love Germany. And you go to a volleyball court. You're on the beach.
Hmm I'm at a beach volleyball court.
You're on a beach volleyball court, and you see this from the back, this tall, dark-skinned, dark-haired gentleman.
He wasn't
Whacking.
dark skinned, but yes.
Okay, you see this tall, fair-skinned, dark-haired, thick back muscles. You see the stretching of his muscles and his ligaments.
Hmm
And he's doing like he's serving, and he's laughing with his friends. He's like, "Oh, volleyball!"
Volleyball.
And then you obviously you see him in slow motion. He's got his tank top on.
hmm
It says sand.
Sand.
Sand?
I might cut that.
What are you trying to
I was
say?
gonna say like, I love Delaney.
I'm confused.
I heart Delaney.
Okay.
Or it says
I did in fact.
he's wearing a Special Olympics tank top. And you're
Okay.
like, holy crap, could he be the one?
Could he be the one?
He
Like,
could
are you
be
saying
the
like
one.
the guy from the time before?
You're saying
Yeah.
Or is
I
this a
run into
new guy?
Jakob on a
You
beach
run into
in
Jakob.
Germany.
And one of his friends accidentally whacks a volleyball your way, and it hits the ground in front of you. Sand gets all over you, and he turns and looks
This
at
is
you.
so descriptive.
Sand is falling off. He's running towards you.
Knight in
squinting
shining
in the
armor.
sunlight. Sand is falling off his chest, plinkoing between his abs.
Oh,
Just tons of granules of sand, just infinite sand. You're like, how much sand could be in this guy's chest hair? And he picks up the ball and says, Delaney? What do you say?
I'm just thinking about the.
The
I'm
sand?
speechless.
I'm kind of in shock about how absolutely descriptive that was.
Yeah.
Because I've never once mentioned him to you before now, so you've literally just thought about that on the spot.
Yeah, what?
That was just.
So what? So just do a little role play here.
Yeah.
We picked up like a
The bug
sun's in my eyes, sun's in our eyes. I go, Delaney, is that you? Delaney,
You never followed me back on Instagram.
I did not want to seem too eager.
It's been 10 years.
I like to play the long game. I live my life with a delay of gratification.
When did
That
you
all
learn
good things
English?
must come to. I learned it for you, Delaney. I learned it for you. I downloaded this app. It's called
Duolingo.
Duolingo. I learned American for you. I've been waiting, the girl of my dreams, to come back to Berlin. I moved here. I'm homeless. I live on the streets. I live in the sand. I play volleyball all day, waiting for the girl of my dreams, to come home. So what do you say?
Marry me right now.
Okay, I have a ring right here. It's made of sand.
It's made of
Homeless
sand.
and
Reminds me of
poor.
Gru right now.
But love
Yes, oh my god. Have you ever heard anyone from Sheck ever talk?
No.
That's not it.
oh.
Okay, well,
But I appreciate
awkward.
it. I appreciate the attempt.
yeah.
No, that was great. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a good.
Yeah.
thing.
I just wish that maybe one day that'll happen to me.
Yeah.
But a girl version.
A girl version
girl.
of that.
Yeah.
Me too.
It'll happen.
Me too.
It'll happen. Don't worry.
Exactly the same. I swap the genders.
Mm-hmm.
I want the sand and the volleyball and the accent and everything.
In what country did you meet the love of your life?
Australia.
Okay.
Oh.
And she would probably also be a mermaid.
Interesting. Okay. Some H2O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like a Ricky type.
Ricky.
From H2O. From H2O.
I mean, I know where Ricky is. If you're interested.
Gosh.
An H2O type Ricky.
I was not.
That's
my
not
head
what
was
my-
not there.
Nope. Me either.
Like a Ricky type.
Oh God.
I think you
so
should answer it. Hold on.
confused.
Anna's phone's been ringing for a long time.
Should I
Okay,
answer?
we can pause.
We gotta take no.
Okay, should I put her
Let's
on
take
speaker?
a call.
We're
Speaker?
answering Chaz on the call, on the phone.
Yep.
Chaz is entering the podcast.
Hello.
Chaz, you're on the podcast.
You're on the podcast right now.
Cover up's falling off.
You're on the podcast.
Oh, nice to meet you. That's adorable.
Say hi.
Say hi to the podcast.
Yikes.
Oh, she does not
Are you
want to
guys
be on
coming
this
back here?
podcast. No,
We're
on the
f-
podcast.
we're-
Say
we're
hi
doing a-
to the podcast.
Yeah, say hi to the podcast.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question.
Oh,
We'll cut it.
yeah, we'll cut it.
Should I go about Mexico?
Yeah, did you about... I have a memory of you saying something when you a couple minutes ago about you wanted to say something about Mexico.
Yeah. So basically, we're talking about yakking, right?
Right.
Yeah. And last time I yacked, I was
say threw up.
yeah. What?
Okay, throw up warning. For the next couple
Throw
minutes, we're
up.
talking about throw up.
Yeah,
We're all going to talk
yeah.
about throwing up.
Yeah.
If you don't like that,
part.
skip.
So basically, we're in this like place, right? It's not super fancy. We're all in a room together, all of us girls, and we're laying on these mattresses. And all of a sudden, I like sit up in my bed. It's like not even. It was like 5:30 in the morning, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I do not feel good." And I almost like, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom," right? I didn't even think I needed to throw up. But then I start walking, and I had to book it there 'cause it was coming out. It was disgusting. Me silently in the bed next to her, just sleeping. It was horrendous. I haven't thrown up since I was like 6 years old, and it was everything I ate that night, and like, oh my God, it was horrible.
that's
And it was
disgusting.
constant for like literally the entire day. I couldn't even like lay down upright, or like I couldn't lay down. I'd have to stay like sitting up, otherwise I would literally have to throw up again. And I wasn't even throwing up anything anymore. It was just liquid.
Like, oh, that's so gross.
It was horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I did get out of doing a lot of work though, because it was the only work day we had. 'Cause it was a missions trip, and they were like cleaning and they were like organizing everything, and I just got to sit there.
Yeah, she was supposed to paint a mural, and I had to step in, and I am not an artsy person at all, so it was
What did your
brutal.
mural look like?
It was like mountains, and like we did a couple trees, and the trees were like not supposed to be like perfect or anything. They were just literally normal trees, and I still missed them.
And then the next day, Matt gets sick, and Matt is my sister's fiance, and he gets
Future
sick. Right?
brother-in-law.
Yeah, sure. I'm not used to that yet.
Is your fiance-in-law?
No, no, no. Hold on, that's
Wait a
not
minute.
right. No.
And he decides to go to this worship night with us. And he's in the car, in the van, and he's standing in the front seat. And he just starts yakking in the front. It was horrendous.
It
and
was
everyone was
horrible.
quiet. It was just...
it was
it
like
was
it's
such a
quiet,
brutal
and
day.
like the van didn't have AC, so like
Yeah.
it was so incredibly hot, and so we had to roll the windows down, but the air that was coming in was just as hot, and it and then he starts throwing up, and so it's like we're sweating, he's throwing up. It was horrible.
It was not a good
And
day.
you didn't even tell him about your purity ring.
Oh, yeah. And as I'm throwing up, right, I'm like over the toilet like half the day. And all of a sudden I look at my purity ring and it's broken. Like the stone fell out. And I don't have a purity ring anymore because
Yeah, she
I
has
still
to get
have
the
it, but I have to
impure
go
now.
Yeah, I'm impure because of
Yeah.
that. So it
was
was a
a
very
tragic
sad
day.
It was a very tragic day.
God, she
Yeah.
grew up and lost her purity all in one day.
Yep.
And that's
Terrible day.
the name of this episode. She lost her purity. She threw up
So
and lost
you guys got food poisoning or something?
Yeah, I think I just got food poisoning. I was just eating so much like stuff that like I'm not used to eating, and like they don't refrigerate their meat. Like
No.
it just sits out in
Like
that blazing
one
hot.
day we went to a market and their market is like really big and it's like you can go upstairs, you can go downstairs, and it's not like this cute little market that like you would think.
scary.
It's like there's people everywhere. It's super cramped in there, and like we would walk through these like sections and there'd just be like the biggest like pig head just like hanging there,
Crap.
and like there was meat everywhere, and, like
you
there's
wanted to throw up.
flies.
It smelled so bad.
It smelled so
And, like,
bad.
our faces were just in pure terror.
Yeah,
and
like-
like the Mexicans there, they would literally like start like making fun of us and like putting stuff in our face and be like,
Yeah.
and like laughing at
Like
us.
at
and it
one
was
point, at one point,
horrendous.
we were walking
Dead
down.
animals?
Yeah, like
Like,
dead
like,
meat.
American.
Yeah, like dead meat. And then they called us like princessa, like they were hitting on us, bro.
Yeah, no, they
and
would
I was
start.
like, what
they
is going on?
While we were going by, we were like going like this. We were like, because there's literally flies and like it's hot and there's meat everywhere. And they started like whistling and be like, princess, like come here, come here. It was the craziest thing I've ever been through in my life.
Yeah.
But like it was horrible because it's like blazing hot and there's flies everywhere. And then there's just this pig head in your face. And yeah,
I hate that. I hate that. I hate
it was horrible. It was
Yeah.
literally horrible.
I think it's really funny because so for those of you who don't know, their sister lived in Mexico for for a while.
2 years.
Yeah, whatever it is.
But
But
every
every
lived
time,
a little bit longer.
like I've never been to Mexico, but anytime like us as Americans go to Mexico, you get sick when you eat there.
Right.
And Chastis right now is getting so sick trying to get used to American food again.
It's kind of a brutal cycle. But honestly,
is.
all jokes aside, go to Mexico. It's so fun.
It's
Besides
really fun.
everything we just said.
Yeah.
Only been to resorts in Mexico, so my
Yeah, see,
my
I'm the
experience is completely
opposite.
different.
I've never been to a resort there.
No.
We're
I've never
just-
even left the country until I just went to Germany.
Dang.
It's kind of
I
scary.
thought you just killed her.
It's kind of scary, but it's honestly really fun.
Walking Dead.
Just bring her in. Georgia.
Georgia, she just wants to be a part of the podcast. Let's be real.
Georgia and Isla both want to be a part of the podcast.
Yeah,
They'll
it's-
be our next week's guests.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
they
real.
will.
Just have the dog and the baby.
She's just sitting here. Yeah, Isla was telling me about her necklace today, and it was really cute. She has this like pink necklace, and it's got like seashells on it. And she told me that that's how she turns into a mermaid when she goes in the water.
so for
Yeah,
I love that she thinks that we're sisters.
I know.
That was so cute. She
I
goes, "We need your sister to come back." My sister.
know. Well, you're basically a George sister already, so.
Yeah, I mean,
It's very true. That
She
was the
just-
last Instagram post.
it was. Check out the Instagram.
Go check
out
the
her
Instagram.
Okay.
I want to talk about something that I tried to talk about last week, but I accidentally forgot to.
Okay.
Okay, talk about it.
This morning,
This morning.
I woke up to go to work,
I already know.
and here in my office, which is like my second bedroom, I keep my keys and my shoes. So I come in here, just about to leave for work,
He came to get his keys.
and Delaney is sleeping on the couch.
I didn't tell him I was coming.
I had no idea she was in here. And it was pitch black, and I come in and see someone sleeping on the couch. I'm like,
I would be horrified.
yeah, I was scared, and then I was like, oh, it's Delaney. And I grabbed my keys, and she started to wake up. I was like, don't worry, it's me. Don't worry.
I said, "Oh hi." He said, "I'm just here for my keys."
I go, I'm
And
not
then
an
he left.
intruder. I'm not an intruder.
That's
I live
so
here. This
funny.
is actually my room.
Yeah, literally. Well, I was here. We were here last night, and I was just sitting here. Me and Maddie sat on this couch and talked until like 2 a.m. I tried to go home,
And you forgot your keys.
and I went to go home, and they had locked me out, and I don't have a key currently, so I couldn't get in. And I looked in my bedroom, and my mom had already taken my bed, which means I didn't have anywhere
Does she
to sleep at
typically
night.
take your bed?
Well, at the moment, we only have 3 bedrooms, and there's 4 of us living there.
Okay.
So when I'm home, she typically sleeps on the couch, and I sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
And then for most of the year, I live at college, so she sleeps in my room. But she took my bed last night.
Interesting. I think if I
I
ever
just
saw
came back.
I think if I ever saw my mom in my bed, I would scream and cry.
I would throw hands, honestly.
I would
Scream
probably
and cry is
throw
a
up.
very dramatic
up?
reaction.
Yeah.
That's
Throw
like
up.
really aggressive.
really aggressive.
Yeah,
Oh,
throw
that
up
is-
all over the
that's
person
how
who's
it
It's
would
watching.
go?
that's a really aggressive response.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would you throw up?
This whole
I'd be back.
podcast
I
has
have
been
another-
about throwing up.
I have another story about my mom staying in my room.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
tell
Let's
it.
hear it.
Okay, so my mom like sleeps in my room every night when I'm at college. And I like had to make a rule with her about not letting the dog sleep in my room. You know,
Yeah.
for two reasons, you know, because some of my friends are very allergic to dogs, and so when they come over and there's dog hair all over my stuff, they get really sick. But also because the dogs like to eat my clothes, and I have a bunch of stuffed animals, and they like to take my stuffed animals, and so I'm like, rule, no dogs in my room. So she like agreed to follow that rule, but I know that she doesn't because my room still smells like dog all the time. And one day, after I moved home from college, I had brought all my stuff in, so I have boxes and crap everywhere, all over my room. And she stayed in there, and she let the dogs in, and they took my box full of stuffed cows and dragged them through the backyard. They didn't eat any of them, but they dragged them through the backyard, so they were all muddy, but she was too scared to tell me that she let the dogs in my room, so she tried to lie about it, and she tried to wash them.
Oh no.
But she washed them with everything that the dogs had dragged out there, which included my brother's brand new red blanket. So it dyed my cows bright pink.
No. That's like
That is so
So
tragic.
she walked me into the laundry room. She goes, I want to remind you that pink is your favorite color, and you told me that. I was like, okay.
Gaslighting?
Yeah,
Question mark?
literally.
Yeah,
Real. And then
real.
she pulls out my pink cows. I was like, are you serious?
I would cry. I would like actually cry.
I think it's really funny because one of them's a Build-A-Bear, and it's that Autumn got me. Shout out Autumn, and it's strawberry scented, and it still smells like strawberries, but now it's a pink strawberry cow.
That
that's
is actually
great.
kinda cute.
I actually love that.
I mean, it could be worse.
It could be,
Yeah.
and
It
it's
could
like
be
evenly dyed. Like it looks like it was meant to be pink.
Well, that's better than being like splotchy or something.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So now I have a pink strawberry cow. His name's Corduroy.
Valid,
Love to see
valid.
it.
All right, you guys are from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned that.
We are.
Have you guys ever been to Six Flags?
We have
We
multiple
have.
times.
You have?
We actually
We have
purchased the platinum pass for the summer.
Does
We
that
did.
mean?
You
that
have a
work at Cedar
season
Point,
pass? No, it's a different
No.
Because our Cedar Point one works at Six Flags.
Does
No.
it really?
Yeah.
That would be so
No.
cool.
You're joking.
That can't be true.
That
That
would be
is
so
true.
cool.
Six Flags isn't owned by Cedar Fair.
Oh, you know what? What is the one that is? It's
Michigan's Adventures.
that's what I'm talking about.
And
I would have
And something
Cedar-
else.
Cedar
hands.
I
Rapids.
was
You're
about to
right.
like
You're right.
go a little crazy.
Because I
there.
just bought.
I'm
a
so sorry to
pass
everybody
then.
that I just lied to.
Yeah, that was rude.
different parent companies.
Yep.
Do you have questions about Six Flags?
Yeah, I have a question for both of you. Do you guys have a
Yeah.
death wish?
Max,
Yes.
you did ask
Yes,
this
we
on the last
actually
podcast.
did.
I did.
Yes.
Did
with,
you really?
Yes, with a period. Yes.
Yeah?
Whoa,
Yeah.
honey.
Because here's the thing. I did talk about this a little bit
Oh,
on
no.
last
Okay.
week's episode. But I have this theory. I didn't get to go into it last week. I've been thinking about this for years.
Okay.
You guys know about that funny dancing old man?
No.
No.
Then this must be a generational thing. Because back in the day at Six Flags, there was this dancing old man, and he'd come out and he'd be like, hey, hey.
What?
That's terrifying.
That is horrendous.
And what it is, it's like, you know how Cedar Point, we have Cedar Point,
Yeah.
and they have the Peanuts mascots.
Yeah.
And also
We have the what?
Batman.
Is
How am I
mascot?
unaware of this?
Peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I'm following now.
Yeah. But I have a theory that it's not just a mascot.
Oh, no.
It's much darker than that.
Oh,
Oh.
So you know how kids are always getting like their heads kicked off, and they're
is this
always
an always thing, or
losing
has it just
limbs.
like happened once in the past?
happens all the time at Six
it?
Flags.
What?
What
it up.
happens
All the
specifically?
time.
What?
Someone's head got kicked off at Cedar Point, didn't it?
They
I only
did get
heard
hit
that-
by a roller coaster because they hopped the fence. That happened one
Right.
time.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what happened
But
at
didn't
ours,
they
I
also
heard.
they get decapitated? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it decapitated him.
I think someone
And it
at
shattered
Six
the
Flags.
kid's leg that kicked him.
I think you might be thinking of Six Flags.
Am I? That's
Yeah,
probably
that's
true.
what I heard.
Because
from
I
Six
heard that
Flags,
someone like jumped the fence and then
and got
they were
their head-
looking for something and then their head went clean off.
Yeah,
I think
got
that was
cut
at
off.
Six Flags.
Could
But
you
that's
imagine?
them just being stupid. They shouldn't have.
Yeah,
hopped the
exactly.
fence. It
But like,
literally
could you
says, "Don't
imagine
do it."
seeing
Yeah, like you
that?
can't blame
Like,
you can't blame the amusement park for that.
Yeah,
But also like
But the thing is, it happens so often at Six Flags. I'm pretty sure people die all the time there.
And they just
also
cover
people
it
get
up?
stabbed.
What?
There's so many
Stabbed?
Six Flags stabbings.
I've
never heard
of
that.
this.
Here's why you've never heard it.
okay.
Because they want
Old
people
man
to just keep
covers it
showing
up?
up.
Because every time there's something happening, that funny old man comes out and everyone goes, "Hey, look, there's that dancing old man from the commercials." And you're like, if you were to pivot your head, not but 30 degrees to either side, you would see a bloody massacre akin to
That is like the craziest story
That
I've
is,
ever
like,
heard.
such
every
a-
time. If you ever see that man come out,
don't
Then
look
you
at
know.
him.
don't be drawn. Don't let your gaze be drawn
To the man.
Look over. You'll probably see like a slaughter. You know,
Oh.
similar to the soldiers storming
has
the
got
beaches of
so
Normandy.
How did we even get here?
For real.
He wanted to bring
He
it
wants
here.
us
He
to be
brought it here
terrified next time.
intentionally.
Wow, I just spent $100 to go to Six Flags.
Yeah, for the year.
for the year, and now he's
For the
talking
year
about how I'm
2023.
gonna die.
But also going to Cedar Point also did wreck it for me. So
Because Cedar Point's America's roller coaster. It's literally the
It's-
best.
literally is the
it's
best.
so much better.
roller
Like
coaster
the
theme
rides
park
are
of all time.
longer and they're scarier, and I
Mhm.
just don't think I could ever go back.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say they're scarier.
I think they are.
I think
Scarier
they
at
are.
Cedar Point.
Well, I mean, what
Wow,
what
you're
type of
thinking that
scary?
we're gonna lose our
Die.
life?
Well, yeah. What like if you're talking about like which kind of scary, like
Literal
like
fear.
literally fearing for your
better
life,
rides.
then Six Flags.
Really?
Yeah, that wins.
Oh, when I was a kid, this is a crazy story.
Okay.
This I can only talk about this now because I won't get in trouble now anymore.
Okay.
okay.
Back in the day at Cedar Point, you know that you have to be like 52 inches or something to ride all the rides.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I was like 46 inches. And my dad used to be a shoe repair guy.
Oh my gosh.
And he made me these tennis shoes that had 6 inches of lift to them.
6
inches?
No.
No.
So I was wearing like these platform tennis shoes to Cedar Point so I
That
could
is
ride all the rides.
wild.
That's really
That
dangerous.
is wild.
It was because I wasn't tall enough and I wasn't big
So you
enough
like
to
you
fill
got
the
you don't
seats.
fit in the seat.
But the workers were like, okay, he's tall enough
Oh my god.
because I passed the height restrictions.
Right.
That's scary.
That is
See,
terrifying.
I have like trauma from that because I was always so short.
Yeah.
And I would never. I actually once I went to Six Flags and I was with Sierra and my brother Isaiah, and we went to ride Batman. And I was so excited. Like I made it past like the first person at the gate.
yeah, and she was
I'm
short.
Sitting in my seat next to my brother, and they take me off and they're like, "Hey, like we need to check your height." And when
It's
I tell you
embarrassing.
the fear.
That's embarrassing.
It
Yeah.
was so embarrassing, and that I was so scared because this had happened like all the time, and I was always like scared all the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm on the ride already, like they can't do anything to me now. And they took me off, and they walked me over there in front of everyone, and they looked at it, and I wasn't tall enough. So
Because the first time she went on her tiptoes a little bit, and then this
Oh,
time she
yeah.
was
Oh, did I?
terrified and she just didn't. And
Right, there was no getting
and
away
it's
with
not
it.
even that. It was like she was like this too like short. It wasn't
Yeah.
even like a lot. Like it was like this much.
yeah, and so I had to leave my brother and had the walk of shame walking out the exit. It was horrible. And now every time I go on that ride, that's all I think about. I think about me sitting on the bench waiting for Sierra and my brother to get off the ride.
Right.
It was horrible. And I actually did start crying. And it happened to me all the time because I was always way too short. And now, like,
She's
even
the runt
going
of the family, can you tell?
even going to Cedar Point, I was like scared, and I was like, even though I know I'm tall enough for it, but like that fear is in me
Yeah.
now. It's engraved in me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait. But then I remember, and I'm
Were you
like,
tall
oh no,
enough
you're
for all the
fine.
rides?
I'm
Just
tall enough.
past when you went.
Yeah,
You
like
went last week, right? Or like this
Yeah.
week.
yeah, Sunday.
and now I'm like, no, like I'm definitely tall enough for all of them, but like it's literally in me. I'm just scared now.
It's trauma.
Yeah. So
drama.
whoever that worker was at Six Flags at one time, we got beef because I'm not the same.
She hasn't forgotten it.
I haven't forgotten, and I hope that you never forget either, because you've ruined my, like, what? I was like maybe 9. You ruined my 9-year-old girl day or whatever. It was
Not just day.
not day.
Life.
It was
Yeah.
my life. So yeah.
Because you still have that trauma.
I still have the trauma. Like, honestly, like, I try not to think about it that much, but, like, the first couple rides, I was like, dang.
My first ever roller coaster at Cedar Point. Do you know it? What is it called? Frick.
The Blue Streak?
The Maverick. No.
The
no,
Maverick
I'm
is
wrong.
so
I'm wrong.
fun.
The Magnum. It's the Magnum.
I love the Magnum.
The Magnum was great.
Such a good
It was
ride.
the Magnum. If you've ever been to Cedar Point, my first ever roller coaster was the Magnum because there was no line.
That was a great
and
ride.
I ran right up to it.
Such a good ride.
And we got front row.
No, that's the
There was like nobody
best.
at Cedar Point. We get the front row and it starts going up this hill. And I look at my mom. She's sitting next to me and I said, I don't think I'm going to like this. I was like 6. Like, I don't think I'm going to like this. She goes, you're not. And I got so scared. So I put my head down. Put my head between my knees.
Oh no.
And it starts going down. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm freaking out. And then we get to the end of the hill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is fine. My head is stuck. I could not get the whole ride. I went the whole ride with my head between my knees.
No.
It was stuck.
Oh, yeah.
Was it like, what was it? I can't even remember. Was it like the straps that's just on like your waist?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
That's
Like your head was like stuck.
Like wedged between my knees.
No, I would cry.
I was crying the whole ride, but I was also
Like,
terrified.
I just can't even imagine going through a whole ride like that.
Yeah, that's scary. That was scary.
That's so scary.
We
You
were
can't
on
even
that ride.
see.
It was the last ride we were gonna be on, right? And we went on the Magnum, and there was like no line or anything. Yeah, we just walked on, and there was these 2 girls, and they screamed on the top of their lungs the entire ride.
It was horrible.
That's so annoying.
Horrendous.
And then who was it? Like Sam or something? They like turned around and they were like, "Can you scream as loud as you can?" I plugged my ears. I was like,
It was horrible.
Did he?
I was like, "Why'd you?"
They did. They
Yeah,
did.
They did.
As hard
and
as
they
they
went
could.
on the ride again. They're like, "Can we go again?" I was like, "Oh my god."
They're not supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah, well, there was no one in line.
There was like no one there because it
we've
was
done
like
that before.
it was
Yeah,
later
there's
at
nobody there.
night.
That's the best ride to do that on, too.
It really is.
I
Yeah.
love just having the belt, because the shoulder ones, you can't really hang out with your friends.
Right,
No,
they
you really
restrict
can't.
you a lot.
No, but that ride, it will take you up and it'll take you down, you know, like on those little ramps. And Sam was in so much pain, and like it was squeezing his like thighs, and he was like so much pain. I felt so bad for him because that's the one we went
Yeah.
on like twice, and he was like screaming, not even because he was having like a good time, because he was screaming in pain, and
Yeah.
it was kind
They
of brutal.
really like put it so like tight on your lap. Like I was like, oh
Yeah, they
my
do.
gosh. But also like if it was looser, I would
Right.
honestly be fearing for my life. So like,
Have you guys have come to the Monroe County Fair?
Yes.
Have you ridden the Ring of Fire?
we
No,
didn't go on any of rides.
Not one ride. We didn't go on any.
One time I went in the Ring of Fire and it like wasn't tight enough and I like
Oh,
fell
no.
completely out of it.
No.
And I
That's
wasn't even
biggest
young.
fear.
This was like 2-3
No.
years ago.
That's my biggest fear.
And it like wouldn't hold me and I fell like completely out.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
That's horrendous.
We always used to F with people when we would ride the Magnum.
Really?
The
What
Magnum?
would you
no,
do?
The Maverick.
No, it was the Magnum. It's the Magnum.
Magnum?
Are you talking about with the like
Is it the Magnum?
the Magnum's the one that goes
Yeah, the
up
Magnum.
really
Yeah,
high
yeah,
and then
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always used to F with people when we would ride the Magnum. Because you can, anywhere you can sit in the car, you can turn around, like touch the people behind you, and slap the head of the people in front of you.
Max, we rode one ride together. You were up front and I was in the back, or I don't remember. Maybe I wasn't the one who did it. But you threw a newspaper and somebody in the back caught it, and we like all had it in the picture.
That's my signature move.
And
I
it was
always
just
grab
one
a
newspaper.
stack of maps.
Yeah.
And I'll be, wherever I'm at on the ride, we're up the hill, I'll like on
That's so funny.
That
like, looking
is
for
hilarious.
ourselves, and
Yeah.
as soon as we take off, I let it go. And it'll smack the face of the people behind us.
Well, in this one, you took your picture with it for the camera, and then you let it go, and then somebody in the back caught it, and they took the same picture, but it was the same map.
That's so funny.
That's
One
hilarious.
time we were riding it with Joe, and the map smacked a kid behind us, and when he goes, I can't see! Going like 80 miles an hour, and this dude had paper plastered to his face.
That's so funny.
So I could just imagine.
We have so many Cedar Point stories.
Infinite.
We were on the ride that was like with the 8 in the row or something.
The Valraven.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Valraven, and we all like our whole group got to be together.
Yeah, because
right?
we had perfect 8 people.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
that's nice.
And I don't know if
Mhm.
Levi
Perfect
have never
8 people.
been on that ride or whatever, but it was like Aiden, me, and Levi. Like that's what like the people I was close to. And Aiden keeps going, why did it stop? Why did it stop? You know, when it
Like,
like it's
right
Oh yeah, because
before.
it
Yeah,
stops
the-
and you like hang.
yeah, it's like, and you're just hanging there. And like, Levi actually legitimately got freaked out. And he was just like, wait a minute, why does. He was like, why is it stopping? Why is it stopping? It was so funny.
That's really
And
funny.
then, like, every single time we would look at the picture, his face would be like, so like
Pure terror.
Yeah.
It was pure
Aw,
terror.
It was pure
Kid.
terror. But like he seemed fine. Like he liked the ride. But like every single picture, he just looked like he wanted to die. It
was so
Like,
funny.
what's going on?
I love that.
So
time-
funny.
Every time we're going up in the Magnum, think of that episode of SpongeBob where they ride the roller coaster. And they're like, I heard somebody lost their spine on this ride. And then they fly down the thing at the end of the roller coaster, like, all right, here's your spines. They give SpongeBob and Patrick back their spines.
That's so funny.
Warning, this ride may cause crying, screaming, projectile vomiting, amnesia, spine loss, embarrassing accidents, uncontrollable gas, and explosive diarrhea. Is that all?
Now, if you could just sign this release absolving Glove World in case of accidental spine loss. Well, nice knowing you.
I always think that's going to happen.
I was never allowed to watch SpongeBob growing up, so I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
Oh,
I wasn't-
gosh. That's another one of the ones.
Yeah. We weren't necessarily, like, my mom didn't want us to watch it, but
Yeah.
we did.
See,
Well.
I could never get away with that growing up. I had too many siblings.
Yeah. With
have
us,
girls
like,
like that.
we couldn't watch H2O growing up.
Right.
But Chassis and Mariah were old enough to watch H2O.
It's kind of
So,
edgy.
what?
It's kind of edgy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's where Max found his love of women.
Real.
It
Literally.
really, it might be.
No, and we would sneak into the schoolroom. That's where they would watch it on their
We
computer.
would like crack the door and then crawl
Because
in.
they were homeschooled.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were homeschooled, and we would crawl in and secretly get behind them with them not saying at us that we were there, and they would look over us, and they would snitch so hard. They would like scream on the top of their lungs, telling our mom that we were there.
But
watching
even
H2O.
sometimes I thought that they did know that we were in there, and
Yeah,
they just like didn't care
anymore.
until we went out.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Were
We
you guys
did-
allowed to watch like Magic? Like,
What
could you watch
Magic?
like Wizards of Waverly Place or like?
we
anything?
could watch some things. Like we weren't like we were allowed to watch like a lot of Barbie movies. We watched Barbie movies all the
Right.
time and stuff.
it was like not like the I don't know like
Nothing like sassy or like boyfriend.
yeah like nothing about
Oh, those
boyfriends,
were your-
nothing
No
about
brats.
being
Yeah,
sassy.
no
No
brats.
brats.
Absolutely
I
no
didn't
brats.
like Bratz.
Even
So dumb.
My Little Pony, we started watching that, and my mom watched
I'm
the
still
like
mad
the
about
only
this.
They're
one that
sassy.
yeah, and the only one my mom watched with us was the Halloween one, and my mom's really against Halloween. We don't celebrate Halloween, and she like saw that one, and she's like, absolutely not. She cut off.
Yeah, that
My
was the
Little
last
Pony.
day we ever watched My Little Pony.
Yeah, and it was the
That's so
saddest day
sad.
ever.
It was
It
so
was
sad,
really sad.
because Pinkie, what was her name? Pinkie
Pinkie
Pie.
Pie.
Pinkie Pie.
She was my favorite thing
I'm
in the
currently
world.
watching My Little Pony with the girls I babysit.
Yeah, she
Let's
was my
go.
favorite thing ever. She was pink, and my favorite color was pink. I just loved her, and she was so bubbly.
Barbie
and
girl.
I had to say goodbye. I had to say goodbye to her that day.
Aw.
Yeah,
It was really hard.
So
That is
unfortunate.
really sad.
What's that one girl's name? That's like the one that's like fashion. She was my favorite.
Like the diamond one.
Yeah.
No, wait.
It's gonna kill me that I don't know her
I
name.
literally just watched it like
Ugh.
I never got into this show.
5 days ago.
Like the one with the dark,
Unfortunate.
like navy hair and she was like white.
Are you talking about Moon Sprinkle?
And she was like,
Wait,
Moon sprinkle?
it's something moon, isn't it?
is it?
Moonshine.
Moonshine?
Moonshine?
No,
Are you talking about Moonshine?
Twilight. No, Rarity. That's the one I'm talking
Rarity.
about.
I was talking about Twilight Sparkle.
I was talking about Twilight Sparkle
Yeah, that's
too.
what you guys
that
were
makes
trying
a
to say.
lot of sense.
This one-
Hey guys, it's Rarity. That's the one I was talking
Wait,
about.
let me see a
I
picture.
was talking about
This
Twilight Sparkle.
This
Which
is the one.
Which
The
one's
purple
Twilight
one? Rarity.
Sparkle?
This girl.
Yeah, that's
No,
that one.
I
She
was
pissed me off.
Twilight Sparkle.
She made me mad. I actually had mad beef
now
with
looking
her.
back, I was definitely talking about Rarity. Now seeing that, but
Yeah.
Which one's Rarity? The white one?
yeah, with
Rarity's
the, yeah,
the
with
white
the blue.
one. My
Mhm.
favorite one. I feel like it's pretty basic.
I
but
really
she
did
was
like
a slay.
Rarity, but you know what? The one I didn't like was the shy one. She was like yellow with the pink hair.
Yeah.
I see her.
What's her name?
I don't know. I'm looking at an Amazon pack of
I
6.
I did not like her.
Stars?
I always
don't
thought
know.
she
He's
was kind
walking
of
in the
annoying,
dark.
and like it seemed like she was always about to cry, and she just made me sad.
Her name is Fluttershy.
Fluttershy.
See,
Uh-uh.
shy's
She
in
knows
the
she was
name.
shy.
Rainbow
Yeah.
Dash? Not that one either.
No,
I
Rainbow
didn't-
Dash is annoying.
Yeah, no,
She's so annoying.
I
She, like-
honestly, it was Pinky.
And going and like looking back at it, like as a kid, I never knew if like Rainbow Dash or whatever was a girl or a boy. Oh, I never knew.
You never knew who
Yeah.
was?
Rainbow Dash or whatever it
Pretty
was.
sure Rainbow Dash is a girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
that's what
I
I
know that
think.
now, but like growing up, I really couldn't tell because her voice is like so like I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I just watched the episode where they think they're cursed and they just ate, I don't know, they ate some joke mushroom or something.
Oh.
And it like plays tricks on all of them. And
They got high.
pretty much.
They got high on
And
my
one of
Dang.
them,
No.
their
It was
curse,
magic.
their curse was that they talked like a man. No. So the whole episode they were like trying to stay quiet and they're like, why is she not talking?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I never watched those shows. Those ones.
What shows did you
Of course,
watch?
in that same realm.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a little bit of Barbie.
Barbie was
Girl,
I
what's your
cannot
favorite Barbie
wait for the
movie?
Barbie movie to come out.
Same.
I'm so. When does
That's
it come
not a
out?
kids movie. That's not a
The
kids movie.
21st.
No, it's
No,
rated
it's
R.
not. Is it rated R?
That's
It
what I
is.
heard.
That's what Dana told us.
Yeah, Dana told us it's
No
rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all gonna wear
I'm still
pink.
watching
We're all
it.
gonna
Don't tell
wear
your
pink
parents.
and like
Yeah.
but part of me really wants to show up as Raquel and
Are
not
you gonna
as
be allowed
Barbie.
to watch that? It's okay. I do want to point out it is PG-13.
it's
Oh, okay, good.
Which
Okay.
honestly probably means that
Perfect.
you guys still will have to not tell your mom.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my mom already kind of knows about it because it is Barbie summer this summer.
It is Barbie
It's
girl
Barbie summer. Summer
So-
2023 is for Barbies.
I didn't know.
You didn't know
You're
that.
not
That's
in
why we
it.
wear pink all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We were
guys-
matching
That's
pink
interesting.
yesterday.
I gave Chastis.
Yeah.
So I have like boxes and boxes full of clothes that I'm gonna sell, and I let Chastis go through it, and I gave her every single pink thing in there.
I love
That's
that.
I
Great.
said, "This is her Barbie girl summer."
Let's go.
I
Ken Summer too?
No,
can.
Okay.
No.
this is a Kenless Barbie girl summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have no men. We are all single here.
No men.
Although,
no Barbie girl
summer.
hit me up after summer.
It's a no boys summer. Sorry,
My
boys.
Instagram is in the bio.
Max is the only one we're keeping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you're not Max, you're out.
Pretty much. No, but I really want to show up as Raquel, not as Barbie.
Okay.
I don't know why.
She's edgy. She's different.
yeah.
Although you are the blondest.
No,
in
I
the
think you
fam.
need to dress like the baby sister.
Chelsea.
That's such a good idea.
Oh my gosh! I
That
will put my
would be
hair
a
in
good idea.
pigtails. I will do it. I
Yes,
will
that
do
would
it.
You
work.
are so Chelsea.
I feel like I am. Oh
you
my
embody
gosh.
everything.
The
that
most
she
annoying
is.
little sister ever. Perfect.
No, she's adorable.
Fits me.
Yeah,
so
it is
I-
you.
You can be the annoying middle one. Nobody likes the middle one. Nobody.
Whoa. I loved the little one.
No,
the
the
middle
middle
one.
one, not Skipper. The
No.
other one. What's her name?
Oh wait, I'm talking about Skipper.
What?
Yeah,
I was
that's-
talking about Skipper.
No, I was
Yeah.
not talking about.
There's
Skipper.
another one?
There's another one. She has like this
No.
side ponytail that's like right here.
There's only one other one.
There's not. There's
Looking
three.
at Barbie Sisters.
Barbie sisters. There's another one.
No, there's not.
It says Barbie Sisters' name, and the only one that comes up is Skipper.
No, it's not Skipper. There's another one. Nope.
Stacy.
Stacy. You can be freaking Stacy.
No,
Nobody
I'm
likes
Barbie.
Stacy.
I have my hair. I dyed it
No.
for Barbie summer. I am Barbie.
Do I need to dye
Chassis
my
is
hair
in
blonde?
fact. Yes, please
Yeah.
do. Join the Barbie summer.
No, you should go as Skipper because your hair's darker.
That's true. And if Chas, okay, wait, if Chas
Wait.
is Barbie and I'm Skipper,
And she's Stacy.
you have to
and
be
I'm-
Stacy.
And I'm Chelsea.
You're Chelsea.
You have
I'm
to.
Barbie.
Wait, what about Mariah?
No, Chas. Oh, Mariah's
But Mariah's
not
getting
here.
married. She's getting married, so,
So she's
It's
out of
not
the
her
question.
Barbie girl
She
summer.
is
It's
Ken.
not. It's
she
not.
is Ken.
No, she has a pen.
no. She
Yeah,
can.
she has the
she
Ken.
can go
She's-
with Matt
she's
on a different
remote.
day, and they can be Barbie and Ken together,
Yeah.
but not the same time we go.
She's not with us.
No, she's not.
So sorry.
Single girls only.
Mariah, we love you.
Did you guys watch the Netflix Barbie show?
What
one?
The
It's
Barbie
a
Life in the
couple
Dream
years-
House?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Pretty funny.
It's great.
They're savage. They're like literally like so sassy. Like the things they say now, I'm like, oh,
She wouldn't have been allowed to
Okay.
watch it as a kid.
yeah, literally.
yeah.
Raquel was crazy.
I actually wasn't allowed to watch it
gosh.
when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Only like
I was just thinking about Raquel. I was like, so gorge.
so.
Do you mean
gorge.
gorgelicious or
Gorgetastic.
gorgetastic? No,
No,
Barbie. I meant gorge.
No,
Barbie.
No, it got me when they were like in the pool, and then it was like, "Hey, everybody, get a load on me." Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. And like she had all those guys like carrying her, and she was on the sofa.
Okay,
thing.
honestly, though,
Raquel is such a vibe.
she
though.
really
is, and I feel
is.
so bad for everyone tears her down, but I think
I
she's the
know.
best out of all of them.
I love her.
Ooh. Yeah,
what I'm saying.
she knows what she wants.
She
Real.
does, and she goes
Real.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
She really does.
And she's not also like, I feel like she's full of herself, but I think honestly Barbie is more full of herself. Not gonna lie.
That's so true.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that enough.
yeah, we don't.
Barbie is
It's
not as humble
overlooked.
as she pretends to be.
She really isn't.
She really isn't.
I like-
Her name is plastered all over her house.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything says Barbie.
Exactly,
The
and
main
she judges
character.
Raquel so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Like-
hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
And like when she was like,
Max is trying to say something.
Max has been trying to say
sorry.
something for the past 10 minutes.
for real.
I like the part when she says, they're like, "What's your job, Barbie?" And then she lists like everything.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "How old are you?"
no, or when they did that, and then she was like, it was like all the outfits of the jobs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then she was like, they've been like, you went to the moon, and she goes, you haven't. That's what got
Yeah,
me.
that's the
Yeah.
toxic I'm
I was
talking
just
about.
like-
She's
Oh,
toxic.
yeah.
Girl,
I guess
shut
you're
up.
I guess you're right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But she is the main character.
I mean, yeah, but
It's the fact that she has a closet that's like ginormous, and she needs
she's
a
the best
like whole
closet.
golf cart,
And there's
or
a
car
robot.
Yeah.
to go through all of it, and it's like all of her careers. That's
a
what gets me.
dream.
It's like London Tipton's closet.
okay, but the robot in her closet
Scares me. I thought it was always evil.
scared me.
Does anyone else? Do you?
Well,
think
it was
that?
evil that one episode. It
Yeah,
was.
it was
Oh.
evil. It's like an evil robot.
Yeah.
in her thing.
Yeah.
That's
She get trapped in the closet.
yeah, I think
Like
so.
R.
Yeah,
Kelly.
yeah,
Stay
yeah,
there.
yeah. And he traps
Yeah,
her in a
like-
closet.
Like the whole like.
how do you know?
You know what it's
this?
making me think
I
of?
watched the show, but I watched it once a couple years ago.
You know what it makes
Dang.
me think of? The Hannah Montana closet.
I wasn't allowed to
the
watch that.
rotating?
Oh my
I wasn't,
gosh,
yeah.
Hannah.
Really?
No, fun fact,
weird.
my mom, like my best friend, she was obsessed with like Hannah Montana, and we would always get babysat, like we were always babysitting there, or like her mom would babysit us, and she had a like Hannah Montana like beach towel, and they like gave it to us because it was like my favorite towel because it was like pink and it was like gorgeous, right? I brought it home. My mom got rid of it because it had Hannah Montana on it.
Yeah.
What is wrong with? I mean, I guess she had a few boyfriends and she was a little sad.
Yeah.
It's so tame compared to other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I
know.
don't know. And then like one time she like came to pick us up and we were watching Hannah Montana. Yeah, we were rebels. And
Yeah, we really
she like
were.
turned it off and she's like, "No, you can't watch that."
I
And
don't
was like,
remember that.
well, I don't know if you were there. I remember just
I
me
might have
and,
been too little.
Yeah, me and her just were watching it.
Who's
I
that,
don't know.
Bethany?
Yeah, Bethany.
Wow.
I hate it when parents police what you watch at other people's houses.
Exactly.
Emma used to sneak over to my house to watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Like, even if I wasn't there.
That's so funny.
You know, like the Into the Woods movie?
Yeah.
I
We-
love that movie.
You're gonna
just
have
watched it
mad
for the
beef with
first
my
time.
mom for a quick second. She did not like that movie at all. And one time I went to my neighbor's house, right? And we were gonna like start watching this movie, but then my mom came and picked us up before we could watch this movie, and I was so excited to watch this movie. I really wanted to watch it because I knew like everyone was talking about it. And they were like, oh yeah, like you can borrow it, you can take it home or whatever. So I take this movie home.
No, I
And-
remember this.
Yeah, and we take this movie home, and I show it to my mom because she was like, asked me, like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch this movie, and she calls their parents and is like, this isn't a good movie, it's blah 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 blah, like talks about how bad she hates this movie basically, and she's just like, oh yeah, like, and they're like, oh, like I didn't know that, like okay, like yeah, like that's fine. So they come back to our house to go pick it up, and my mom threw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. It was wild.
Yeah, they had
What
mad
about
beef
the
with us
movie?
for a second. I don't even remember. I think it just like gave her a bad feeling. You know, like when you have like that like bad feeling about movies, and like I don't know, she just thought it was like evil. I don't know.
but-
It's honestly, that's one of my like top 10 movies. I
Really?
love that movie.
See, like I never even watched it. Like I started watching it in my class actually, because we just watched movies the whole time because it was only like seniors and there was like 8 people in that class, and we just watched movies and we started watching it, and I thought it was fine, but we never finished it. So I still have never watched that movie.
I'm also like a theater kid, so like
Right.
Yeah, it's like a lot of singing and stuff.
I mean, it's a Broadway musical.
Yeah. I used to be a theater kid too.
I love that.
I did it I did a solo once in like a Christmas Carol. I was terrified, and
She was terrified. You should have saw her before she went on stage because we did it together, and she would be like shaking.
well, yeah, because everyone backstage would be like, because there was this one line in the song and it was like kind of the same, so I sometimes got it mixed up, and so people backstage right when I'm like trying to like prepare, they'd be like, oh, this is the one that goes first. I'm like, don't talk to me. Like, it was horrible. But like on a different note, our mom's actually really nice, and just
I
because
do love your mom.
Yeah, my mom is great. She just wants the
I
best
feel like
for
we've
us.
been dogging on her the whole time,
Yeah.
but like
The whole
I
time,
love
just
my
the past,
mom.
like 2 minutes.
She's great.
She is great. We love my mom. Shout
Yeah.
out to my mom. She is great. She actually protected me from things that she thought she needed to protect me from. So
Yeah.
She's protected me from things, and I've only known her for the past 5 years.
yeah, we love her. She's
She
a great.
always makes me play out in the snow, and I don't want to. But besides that,
Stop talking about my mom. We're trying to talk good about her right now.
that one thing.
She makes me play in snow.
25 years old, Mom. I don't have to go play out in the snow if I don't want to.
Oh, so funny. She is a great mom.
I think I need to come back and stay with you guys again.
You
yeah,
should.
you really should.
But like, just to hang out with your parents.
Yeah, obviously.
Me and Jonathan were besties the first time I came. Taught him how to use Facebook.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, he
didn't
found
know
out that
that.
I was studying advertising, and he's like, "Oh, so you like know social media?" And I was like, "Yeah." He
Yeah.
goes, "Can you tell me what a hashtag is?"
Oh.
So I like told him what a hashtag is, and then he's like, "Can you show me how to use it?" And then he
That
showed
is
me
so
how. He
funny.
like made me teach him how to make a Facebook post and like how to use a hashtag in it. And
That's so
it was
funny.
We sat there and talked for like 20 minutes.
That
definitely would
And
happen.
I didn't even know you guys at this point. I showed up
Yeah.
to their house. I'm friends with their older sister, Chastis. And I drive all the way to Wisconsin. I have no idea. I don't know anybody but Chastis. And I spent the night with all of them. And that was the first time I met you guys.
I don't even really remember
And
that.
I remember that like we were all having pizza because Nate was making pizza.
And I can't eat pizza.
Oh, I do
No.
remember that now.
And I remember being like over at the table with like all the glasses and the soda, and I remember just like sticking my tongue out at Delaney.
Oh my gosh, we did it all day.
all day, and then we were like best friends.
We
just
didn't know
from
each
then.
other, but anytime any part of the conversation got awkward, and it got awkward a lot.
Yeah.
I would look at Anna and I'm like,
Yeah, and we literally did this like continuously the whole entire night, and then
before
we were
ever having a conversation.
yeah, and we were like best friends after that.
Yeah. This is my baby sister. I love her so much.
I think the first time I ever talked to Anna, again, I only knew Chas pretty much.
Right.
I tried to date her this one time.
Tried. I thought you were dating.
Yeah, I don't know. It never really worked out. Never really, just we couldn't get the timing right, you know?
Right.
Just one of those things.
It's not what my Instagram
a person
says.
at the wrong time.
But the first time I ever really spoke to Anna, I found out she was a horse girl, and she had to be
no.
12 or something, right?
Yeah.
She is like an
Probably.
actual horse girl.
We are both
Like,
actual horse
hardcore.
girls.
Like
Yeah.
equestrian type horse girl.
Like
Yep.
jumping
full on.
over stuff. Horse.
with a horse.
Yeah.
Not pretending to be a horse.
No.
Yeah,
Jumping
literally,
over
like-
things.
I don't
No,
think
like,
anyone was thinking
actual
that. I don't think that was
equestrian.
anyone's first thought. But
No, it's
You
a
never
thing. There's like two
Like-
types of horse girls, and there's
Yeah.
the horse girls that jump over things with a horse, and there's the horse girls that pretend that they are a horse and jump over things.
Yep, that is a difference. There is
and
a
they're just like
difference.
obsessed with horses. For,
yeah,
like,
but they've
no
like
reason.
never touched one.
Right.
We're pretty sure
wannabe
that
horse girls. Wannabes.
Yeah.
Anna has scoliosis from horseback riding.
Yeah, that's
That's
our
our
theory.
theory.
Because I fell off once, so I was like going up to this jump. It was great. We're fine. But the thing is that this jump like had boxes under it, like to make the jump look more interesting or whatever. So there's a pole on top and there's two like boxes, and so whatever. So I took kind of a long spot, but I usually did that, so it was fine. And my horse's like hooves got like
She didn't jump
they
hard
like
enough.
yeah, like it hit the boxes, so we both tumbled.
And she
so-
almost landed right on top
yeah,
of her.
like the horse almost like landed right on top
That
of
would
me.
have been bad.
I
Yeah.
got like literally got squished, and like we ended up like breaking the pole, and it was like this like thick like wooden pole. We broke it or whatever, and that's how we think I got scoliosis, and that's also why I think my jaws are messed up. So
Yeah.
yeah, like usually when I would fall off, I wouldn't fall with the horse; it would just be
Right.
me. So that was like super scary, and like I ended up like her bridle, like my horse's bridle, like got messed up.
Horrendous.
And we actually knew the people that like whose horse it was that I was riding.
Oh yeah, because you don't have one.
No, I don't. And usually you just use the lesson horses, but like we knew the girl, so like I was
and
lessoning on
technically
her
it was a
horse.
lesson horse. They were using it for a lesson horse.
Right.
But
it was the owner's personal bridle, not like a lesson bridle.
Okay.
So the owner wanted like me to pay for the bridle because
You didn't do
we
anything.
fell. I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I paid for the lesson and everything like in the lesson.
mind
like
you, these bridles are like $500. They're
Right.
like not
No.
cheap. And like it
Seems
was
cheap
like
to me. The horses were like 1,000.
yeah, but
She's
like
not talking about the horse.
yeah, and it was a lesson, and we
Yeah.
paid for the lesson. Technically, you aren't
bridle?
liable.
Tell the people what a
that,
bridle
like,
is.
a bridle is like what goes on their like.
on their head. Like that's the
Oh, I thought
reins.
it was a horse.
No.
No, it's
I
like
don't know
the
anything about
reins and
this.
everything. and,
No,
like
it's
the
like the
bit.
reins.
Right.
I thought you broke the horse.
No.
I thought it was off to the glue factory.
No,
Off to the glue factory
It's
for that
literally like the
horse.
bridle, like
To glue
the-
it back together.
Oh, right.
I mean,
You're
Yeah.
saying it, but I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
And so because like,
Like the
we
thing that you steer
tumbled,
with.
we
Okay,
tumbled.
the mouth.
head. Yeah,
You
the
put it in the
mouth.
mouth?
Yeah,
Okay.
like the bit and everything.
Yeah, like
Okay,
we
well, I didn't
tumbled
know all
head
that.
first. So the bridle, like on the top, it was like a little scruffed up because it was sand, like it was in the arena. And I was just confused because like we paid for the lesson, and that's like the horse, the saddle, like everything. Like I'm not gonna, like I wasn't
Right.
paying to use those things. So we actually ended up having to give them like $500 to
I wouldn't
get a
have
new
done it.
bridle.
No,
I know.
and it was hard because we like liked the people.
Yeah,
and
like,
we
they were
friends
our
with them.
friends.
So like you didn't want to
You
mess
did
up the
nothing
friendship.
wrong.
Exactly. Like it was a miss. Like I probably like I took a longer step. Like because you have to count the strides on the way
Right.
out. It's almost like you can think of it like approaching like a staircase to go downstairs. You can either like take one big step and like go on the next one, or you can take a little one and then go down. You know what I
Or
mean?
no, or you can take a perfect
But
one
also,
if you do it right.
you're a
but-
child and you're learning.
Exactly.
And that's a risk they have to take with that.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you've signed a waiver that says like that
Yeah,
you
we
would
didn't
pay
sign
for
any
anything,
waivers.
No,
Yeah.
then that's on them.
Yeah, the only thing like we signed was for my trainer saying if I got hurt, it's not on her.
Okay.
Like that's the only thing. Not saying
So,
like I would have to pay
same
for
thing.
things.
If their
Like-
equipment got hurt, that's not on you.
Exactly. And it was like super hard just because we're like friends with them.
Yeah.
But like I'm just like, we're friends with you. Why would you make me pay for that?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. But yeah, we don't really ride anymore though.
Yeah, we took a break because it is like $50 and we only had a half an. They cut that to an hour. It used to be an hour lesson, but now it's and half an hour, and it's the same price.
Yeah, for an hour and a half an hour.
Price
So that's like
gouging.
literally highway robbery.
So we like
Robbery?
so we let
Crazy.
that go for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably
And also
gonna get back
that
into it,
horse that I was riding, I like bonded with her. Like she was literally my favorite horse. Like, and they did like talk to me about buying her, but she was really old, so I couldn't like really grow with her the way that I would want to. But she actually left that barn. So then after that, I was like, no, like I can't, like, cause she was my favorite, and I had ridden her for like years. But yeah, that's a little horse girl story time.
Yeah, so anyways, the first time I met Anna,
I forgot that we were on that. We just go on rampages.
We all have ADHD.
Yeah, real. Like,
Max is just going insane over here while we're just
he's like, oh my
Max
gosh,
is the
like,
host, but he's not.
he's like,
He
shut
really isn't.
up.
He's dying.
Now he just like regrets saying anything.
We're still not letting him say anything.
so the first time I met Anna, she was like 12. And I look at her and I hear she likes horses and like, do you know what glue is made of? And she's like, no. I'm like, Google it.
Google it.
You're mean.
And I did.
Yeah.
And
I know, I am.
It ruined me.
Yeah. And now she never eats gummy bears.
Yeah.
Do you really not?
No.
You really don't? Oh no.
I was ready to just let that go. You're
Basically,
my friend. I
Oh.
love you so.
if Max does not have this pillow by the end of this week, I did in fact take it, but Max, we're gonna just like plug Max's ears for that.
I
All the joke for purposes.
They didn't see it, so he's gonna find it later in post.
me
gonna
thinks
look
something's
over.
going on the other side of the couch, but I can't see it.
Look over.
I can hear you guys, but I actually can't see what's going on.
I know. Let's move on. Yep.
Okay.
We're ready.
Yeah, I bought this pillow this week for the podcast. It's a little dinosaur chicken nugget. Isn't it fun?
Should we show off all of our pillows?
It's so
Sure.
good.
We've got the Dino Nugget pillow, of course.
Obviously, the bread. The
bread.
long
Brioche.
And,
bread. The long brioche.
of course, the Have Fun pillow.
Have fun pillow.
Have fun.
How'd you even like come up with that? Like, where'd that even like come from?
Yeah, I actually do really want to know this.
I wish I had the exact moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been trying to come up with a name since like 3rd grade.
Dang, it's 3rd grade.
Yeah, because I always knew I was going to do a sketch show since like then.
Oh, that's
Dang.
cool.
Yeah.
And I wanted something like All That or like SNL, something that just clicked.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And like 3 or 4 years ago, I don't know, I just kept hearing it. Like you hear it all the time. It's like a saying.
Fun.
Have fun.
And then I was like, well, that's what I'm trying to convey with the show and with the podcast and with the videos. Is just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good name. And like, have fun. And then I branded it. And now it's the brand.
We've got merch.
We love
yeah, we
it.
do have merch.
And also a little plug, Have Fun obviously was the sketch show first. So if you're watching the podcast and you've never seen the sketch show,
Yeah, guys, I put out 30 sketches last year. And I'm putting out 30 more this year. Stay tuned for that.
and we also have a vlog.
Mm-hmm.
We
do
some
have a
things.
vlog. We love our vlogs.
Check out the channel.
Yeah, and if you want to see more about Green Lake, you can see the vlogs on that.
Yeah, which is where we met them, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for me, I met
Pretty
them in
much.
their house.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yep. We go way back. Just kidding. I'm
Way
just
back.
kidding.
Way back.
Chaz goes way back. At Green Lake, though. So watch the Green Lake vlogs. That's the only time you'll probably see me in it.
Yeah,
Real.
if you don't know what Green Lake is, because we've mentioned it so many times and never explained it, just watch the vlog.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
Exactly.
It's so
Yep,
fun.
Yep,
So good.
yep, yep, yep.
Yep.
Okay. Let us know who you want to see on the pod next week.
It's been real.
And don't forget to have fun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm out.
We should sing a song. We should sing a song as it fades out.
Okay, sing Anna and we'll all join in.
Okay, wait.
Na 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 na. Hey. Goodbye.
just listen to a HaveFun